There are so many different social media platforms out there to market your business on, and everybody says that you should be on every platform, but that simply isn't realistic for the majority of business owners. That's exactly why in this video, we're gonna go through each platform and outline the pros and cons so that you can make the right choice as to where to put your time, effort, and attention onto which platform to get the most in return for your business. So we're gonna go through each platform, and at the end, I'll give my recommendation as to how to approach social media strategy for your business. So the first platform we're going to cover today is YouTube. And obviously we love YouTube here at Buddy Media because that's how you're watching this video and that's how you found us here today. And YouTube has a lot of great things to love about it. So let's start off with the pros of creating content for YouTube. The first is it has the longest content lifespan of any platform. Because it is a true search engine, it means that content can still be pushed and found years after you made it. And there are examples of this all over YouTube and a ton of different businesses leveraging the fact that you can make a video today and it can still be bringing in money and clients years down the line when done correctly. The second huge pro is that YouTube is a true search engine, which results in higher levels of intent for all the traffic that finds your videos, especially when found through search. That is a huge bonus knowing that someone found your video because they were actively looking for it. They're far more engaged and far warmer of a potential lead or customer because they were actively looking for this content. The third huge pro for YouTube is that there is still a great deal of organic reach to be had if you know how to use YouTube successfully. And what that means is that you don't have to pay for people to find your videos as long as you're making great content that is in demand. The fourth pro for YouTube, specifically from a business perspective, is that you can get very creative in how you actually build your audience to help your business. One recent example that we came across was a hair loss surgeon and hair specialist who created reaction style content reacting to celebrities and their hair that allowed him to leverage the attention and fan base of these celebrities to drive traffic to his videos and then later his business. And that's just one example of how people are getting creative with YouTube content to drive viewers and then traffic to their business. And the cons when it comes to YouTube is that there's a lot more upfront work to create a video and then also to edit the video and get it in a way that it's easy to watch and seamless. It does take a lot of time or skill or money to hire someone to do that. So there's far more upfront investment and there's a higher barrier to entry than the other platforms we're gonna cover. The second con for YouTube is it's definitely a slower burn. With so many millions of channels out there, it can take quite a bit of time for YouTube to test out your videos in front of different audiences to find your audience that works. So if you are looking to leverage YouTube, creativity and patience are huge. The next platform we're going to discuss is Instagram. And this is a platform that is increasingly putting more and more emphasis onto business-based features to help you sell through using their platform. And the pros of Instagram include a very low barrier to entry. It is extremely easy to get an account up and running, attach it to your business website, and also to start getting content out there using free services like Canva for graphic design, and then using simply the phone that you have in your pocket. It's very easy to start getting videos as well as photo and graphic design content out there. Instagram is also great for building a community, and they give you a ton of different tools to establish relationships with your followers and customers to build customer and brand loyalty. Instagram has also become kind of the modern day website. Most times when people talk about a business, they don't even go to their website anymore. They ask, do you have an Instagram account? Making it a near necessity to at least have an account up and running for anybody who may want to send traffic to you and to your business. It also has a massive user base with people who use the app very consistently and many of which are using it daily. As mentioned before, it is increasingly business focused, so they're continuing to work in more and more features that allow you to sell more seamlessly to the people who are finding your content on Instagram. It's also a great platform to start leveraging influencer marketing so you can partner with influencers within your area or within your niche to start marketing your product to their followers. It makes it very easy to start leveraging existing audiences and communities that have your ideal customers in it. And you can also highly target people to find your content through actions done on Instagram. So you can either filter through location or similar communities in terms of similar businesses to find people who have shown interest in following similar kind of pages and businesses to yours. And the cons when it comes to Instagram is that there's low organic reach. It is difficult to get attention, especially if you are a new page. There's a bit of a slow burn to get enough leverage and trust within Instagram to start getting more and more organic reach. And this happens because the primary way that people find your content is through the explore page as well as hashtags. And both of those take some trust from Instagram before you start ranking on those and getting more and more organic reach. So it is a bit of a slow burn and can take a lot of upfront effort to start getting this organic reach down the line. And the second con is that video is becoming increasingly more important and almost a near necessity, especially if you are a small page on Instagram, which really does turn away a ton of business owners because they're just not comfortable creating videos. One solution to this is to hire someone part-time specifically to create video content, and that is one method that people are finding a ton of success with. And if you're looking for some help with setting up your business Instagram account, we have a video tutorial coming out very soon that will walk through every single step that you need to do to optimize your account for success. So be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss that video, which will help you out a lot. The next platform is Facebook, and this one used to be the king of all platforms, but it is definitely not the case anymore. But there are still a few pros to leveraging Facebook. It has a massive user base. Almost anybody you speak to has a Facebook account. The other pro is that people can now actually ask for recommendations for specific kinds of businesses right on Facebook, making it awesome to have a Facebook page that people can send traffic directly to, that they can then use to get a phone number or an email to get in contact with your business and become a customer. So at the very least, you want to have a Facebook page up and running for people to find you and also for referrals. And Facebook also does have the most sophisticated paid ads platform. But for this video, we're focusing on organic traffic from using social media. So that's really where the pros end when it comes to Facebook. And the cons are that it has super low organic reach. We're talking below 1% of the people who like or follow your Facebook page will even see the content that you post out. Meaning it's really more of a shop that's set up that people can come find, but they're not going to find your content that you post out there, making it far less of a place where you want to spend your time, effort, and money creating content. The next platform is LinkedIn, and this is definitely one that skews far more to professional-based environment, with the people spending time on here being active professionals. And that's the first pro, is that it is a professional-based audience, which typically means it's a higher potential value of a customer, but only if you're targeting someone who falls into that mix. The second pro for LinkedIn is there still is the potential for high organic reach through content created for LinkedIn, because anybody who shares or interacts with your content is also exposing your content to their connections as well. So there is huge potential to get a ton of reach with great content. There's also a very low barrier to entry when it comes to creating content for LinkedIn. Static-based text content, as well as simple pictures and videos, all can do very well as long as you hit the tone that people are looking for on LinkedIn. And there is high virality potential because people do often share a lot on LinkedIn because they're looking to show that they're active on the platform and they're looking to share things that they resonate with. The cons also include the very professional nature of their audience. It's very specific to that. People are on the platform for usually pretty specific reasons and usually very tightly connected to their specific job tasks. And because of that, people are spending a lot of time on the platform, but they're not as actively engaged as when they would be using social media on their own free time. It is very much professionally driven, and that will dictate how people consume different content. And the final platform we're going to cover today is TikTok. And this is definitely the fastest growing platform, but also probably the most intimidating one for business owners because they just think that it's all young people. But that's no longer the case. TikTok has absolutely become mainstream, and there are millions and millions of users of all different ages. So your customer base is absolutely using TikTok, even if you're not yet aware of it. And even in its current state, TikTok has a ton of pros for businesses, but it is continuing to add more and more features to make it even more enticing and easier to use as a business tool. The first pro is also probably the biggest pro with TikTok, and that is just the super high organic reach. There is still the opportunity to grow an audience to the thousands, tens of thousands, even millions of followers in a very short amount of time through content on TikTok. And that is just not true about any other platform. There's also a super low barrier to entry, as you can film videos entirely on your phone that can still blow up. In fact, videos that are filmed on a phone that look far more genuine and personal typically do perform better than highly produced content. TikTok also has predictable virality. And what that means is if you post enough content out there and you continue to learn by other things that have gone viral, something will go viral for you to some level. Volume of content as well as creativity will definitely be rewarded on TikTok, but if you keep throwing things out there, something will stick. And that's not true of other platforms. Another massive pro to TikTok is their live functionality. It is a great way to connect one-to-one to your followers and establish real loyal customers and fans. But also what's very specific and unique to TikTok is they will actually throw in completely new people into your live that you have the opportunity to convert and connect with in real time, which is a massive, massive tool that is still slept on when it comes to TikTok. And as mentioned before, there are more and more business tools coming to the platform, which will only help you and your business. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows when it comes to TikTok. There are some drawbacks specific to business owners. The first is that it's entirely video. The entire platform is all video content, meaning if you're not willing to do that, you really can't show up on the platform. And it also really helps to understand the culture within TikTok to get a real feel of what works versus what doesn't. And you'll get what I mean the more time that you spend on there. But a lot of business owners don't have that time to figure that out. But I can say it doesn't take that much time of concentrated effort to pick up what works versus what doesn't, and then work it into your content. And a huge pro tip that a ton of people are using on TikTok is actually hiring someone part-time to create vertical video content specific to TikTok that matches that culture that I was talking about, increasing the likelihood that it will be successful. So that's definitely something worth exploring if you do want a presence on TikTok, which we personally recommend. And the final con to TikTok is that it can be very difficult to get people off of TikTok. So although it's very easy to grow a very large audience in a short amount of time on TikTok, it's difficult to migrate them to other things that you may own, say an email list, a text list, whatever. It's difficult to get people off of TikTok. And that's exactly why it has blown up so much. People love spending a ton of time on there, so they're constantly consuming more content and following more pages. So the more strategic you are and thoughtful you are about this from the beginning, the less it has to impact you. Focus on getting these people over to things that you own, like an email list and a text list, so that you can control that conversation and you're not relying on TikTok or any social media platform and their algorithm. But we are massive fans of TikTok here at Bunny Media, and the huge opportunity that is there right now probably won't be here in a year or two's time. So be proactive here and get started on TikTok today if you deem that this is a platform you want to have a presence on. So we here at Bunny Media post weekly videos to help you better market your business online and to make more money. So if you're interested in more content like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button so you never miss a video that can help you level up and grow your business and stand out online. So those are the pros and cons of the major social media platforms. We would love to hear from you at this point. Which platforms are you going to show up on and why? And finally, as promised in the beginning, our recommendation as to where to be online is really nuanced depending on your business and who you're actually targeting. But the strategy that we recommend taking is focusing on one or two platforms and doing them right. What we mean by that is dedicating specific time, effort, and resources into creating content specific for that platform. A lot of people try to show up everywhere by repurposing content across every single platform, but naturally that content won't do well if it wasn't optimized for exactly where it's going to be consumed. So we recommend focusing on one or two platforms, really doing it right, getting the culture down, creating content specific to that platform, and giving yourself the opportunity to stand out. If you're doing 5 platforms half-heartedly, you're probably not going to get any results. Whereas if you did 1 or 2 correctly, you could get a ton of results that could lead to more business for you and more money that could actually allow you to reinvest to hiring talent to show up on the other platforms when it makes sense and when you actually have the money and resources to do it right. So that's our 2 cents when it comes to business social media strategy, but also never forget to be migrating all of this attention onto platforms that you own, like a text list or an email list, because you never want to be totally reliant on a social media platform to keep your business going. It's a very dangerous place to be. And if you don't have an email list yet for your business, that's something you need to change right now. And I've just linked a video in the card above with a great potential option for an email service provider. So go ahead and click that video and we'll continue the conversation over there. It's a great tool and it will help you out a lot. So good luck on social media. Go ahead and click this email marketing video right here. Go say hi to Tom and tell him that I sent you.